Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video today, I would be going back to a book series on the books that I want to read before turning 30 in this year. The books that I want to cover today again is my all-time favorite, Principle by Ray Dalio. I'm sure that I've done many lessons from Principle by Ray Dalio before, but I feel like every time I open up the book, there's always some valuable principle that jumped into me, and I think that if you want a book to set this principle in your life and what insight we can apply to what quote we can have for our life, Principle is the must read. Understanding the process of learning and what would help us, learning faster and maximize the frontal part of brain, which differentiate between us as human versus other species. To maximize that neural cortex, to learn by trial and errors, by reflecting on the journey that you are going through, then come to a conclusion to quickly adapt and evolve. And we can experience the joys and the satisfactions that we are growing and evolving daily. And the method that Ray Dalio wants us to follow is to learn through reflection, reflecting through your pain, and which is something that when I read it and I thought the majority of us, we are operating in the world when we constantly striking to avoid pain and seeking pleasure. We hide ourselves in our comfort zone, which is, for me, I feel like I've got much more complacent now that I haven't set a goal to push myself forward. So putting us in the situation when we experience pain and then use that as a challenge and reflect on it, and that is the fastest method to grow and to learn anything. And we should learn to strive to become better, to become more successful version of ourselves. And being successful isn't just about striking to get a big house, a nicer car, or a fancy holiday. It is about enjoying the journey itself, the journey of self-development, the journey that actually you are getting better at something. And I think, and from my own experience, I like that I am at my happiest stage when I get to be in my flow state, to learn and to just forget about all of the to-do lists and just sit and learn and expanding and visualizing on what I can do, all of the possibility that could be open to me. Could it be reflecting on the journey of achieving my pharmacy degree, for example? It was a long 5 years journey of getting through all of the exam, and I felt like I was the happiest when I get to stretch myself, maybe revise a little harder, getting a better grade instead of that day, that moment when I was holding that degree certificate. So it's not about the result itself, but the journey that we are going through is what we should try to enjoy. And Ray Dalio inspires us to find the meaningful work. Again, going back to my own example, I found like the transition, again, a full-time employed pharmacist to a self-employed pharmacist. I am my own worker and I am my own boss. There is no academic tutor that will be able to give me feedback of how I perform. There isn't any line manager that's going to give me appraisal on my performance. So what is that you want to achieve? What meaning does it give you? Does it make you feel good about yourself? Whatever goal and dream that you have, plan it so that it goes hand in hand with your character. The work that you provide is meaningful. And Ray Dalio also tells us that work and love are the cornerstone of our life, and work doesn't have to be a job. I mean, he said it's probably better if it's the job, but it doesn't have to be a job that you do. It could just be something that you are interested in doing, but it also gives you the direction to grow and to thrive and to become a better version of yourself daily. So embrace the reality and face our weaknesses, because if we can embrace it, we will be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and think, actually, this is my weakness. But recognizing the weakness is not surrendering for that weakness. You know that is your weakness, and you are willing to change and overcome that weaknesses, or ask for help from somebody that I can trust to help me overcome that. And that is where the real growth actually is, because every challenges that we face, every setback that we are facing in our life, which will be inevitable, something will not happen, but what we can do is to prepare for it. So to grow and be better, we just have to embrace a simple equation that pain plus reflection equal progress, and progress equal happiness. So in order to grow and be happy, we just have to put ourselves in the situation when we overcome some weaknesses, challenges in our life, because the higher the stake of your goal, the more ambitious your goal, the more pain we will experience. So it's not about trying to avoid the pain, we just have to change our perspective and look and embrace that pain and convert that into pleasure. And just like anything in life that we have is short-term pain equal long-term gain. That's when I have to ask myself the question, am I experiencing any pain at the moment? I don't. That means I'm not pushing myself hard enough, and I need to do something to ensure that I do so. And Ray Dalio even have a pain button app that we can install in our phone, so that we can use it daily to reflect on the things that we're going through and how much, whether it's actually quite difficult, because we are, as the human instincts, we're trying to avoid pain, and if we experience it, we're trying to kind of delude ourselves so that we don't have to think about it. But actually, if we can do it in that moment, good. But if we cannot do it in the moment, then remember to go back to that and using that pain button app to reflect on it, because chances are those challenges, those obstacles will come back again. And just like Ray Dalio put it, it's just another one of those that are going to happen, and we can just reflect on that and use that as a hidden gem, as a principle, take it with us in our life as the collections that we go through. And just like the legendary Michael Jordan put it, failure is just part of our learning process. It's the crucial part of our human development, and we should embrace it and use it at a cornerstone of our life, change our perspective toward pain, and use it as a signal that help us adapt and grow and striking to optimize our potential. Remember, the courage to push through toward higher self will give you the satisfaction in life. So let's embrace the pain and use it as an essential part of our learning process and learn from it. And remember, it's the journey itself that gives us the satisfaction and not the end result. The end result could be there, could be just a bait for us to strive to, let's just run toward it, but it's this every little improvement that's what gives us the satisfaction and the dopamine to keep going. And you might not be able to grab the result then it's not going to be something instant, but just believing that you are projecting yourself toward the right direction. Let's keep learning and striking towards your meaningful work. If you find this video useful, then why not hit that subscribe button so that I can share this message to many more people. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Until next time, take care.